Still here. Now, a fourth squad car pulled up. Reasons beyond me. I haven't posed any kind of a threat or anything to them. They say I'm not under arrest, but they're holding me standing in front of my vehicle in order to prevent me from leaving, obviously. When I turn my wheel to the right, they stand over there to the right of my vehicle. When I turn it to the left, they stand to the left. So, just looking for a reason to, I don't know what their reason is. I mean, I understand the law. I showed them the case law already in my computer, which I have with me. And they refuse to even look at it because they don't want it to be known that they knew anything at all, so that they can plead ignorance. Apparently, that's the reason. That'd be the rationale behind it. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. They're the ones with the guns, and they're holding me pretty much hostage here. According to the Fourth Amendment, I'm safe in my papers, persons, and effects. Vehicle being an effect of mine, my property. Protected against unreasonable searches and seizures. You can't just search somebody at random. Saying that you have a reason to search them. You concoct a reason to search them as being a random search. You see a black man sitting in a vehicle, peacefully at that. Hello?
Okay, you're refusing to surrender the vehicle, correct? It's unregistered, parked on a public street. It's getting impounded.
No, what I'm doing is I'm upholding my Fourth Amendment rights. Which is to be safe in my persons, effects, papers, and every property.
Oh, you have every
against
right to remove
unreasonable search and seizure of my property. That's what this is. This vehicle is my property.
So you have the right to not register your vehicle?
I do have that right, according to this Supreme Court ruling, which I will show you. Are you going to look at it? Are you going to look at it?
You're telling me right now you have the right to not register your vehicle and drive without a license if you so desire. Is this a claim of sovereign citizenship?
All I'm doing is I'm operating according to my rights, my natural rights.
What's your right say?
Traveling in an automobile on a public roads was not a threat to the public safety or health and constituted no hazard to the public, and such a traveler owed nothing more than due care as regards to tort for negligence to the public, and the owner owed no other duty to the public. Example state, he or she and his or her auto having equal rights to and on the roadways, highways as horses and wagons, etc. This same right is still substantive rule, and in that speeding, running stop signs, traveling without license plate or registration are not threats to the public safety and thus are not arrestable offenses. And then it says the right to travel up here. Right to travel, the right of mode of conveyance, the right to locomotion are all absolute rights, and the police cannot make void the exercise of rights. It also states the right to park or travel is part of the liberty of which the natural person, citizen, cannot be deprived without due process of law under the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution. Okay. The state is prohibited from violating substantive rights, and it cannot do by one power, example, police power, that which is, for example, prohibited expressly to any other such power, example, taxation, eminent domain, as a matter of law, nor indirectly that which is prohibited to it directly. And that's stare decisis.
You know what?
Stare decisis. In
state law of California overrides.
It's all that is state. That's California. It's got all the titles. State versus Armstead, Kent versus Dulles, Owens versus City, U.S. versus Tom Daniels, Fairbanks versus U.S., Christie versus Elliott.
You can
California versus Farley. It says registration are not threats to traveling without the license.
Your vehicle is being impounded.
No, you have to take me out. This is my vehicle.
Sir?
This is my vehicle. You cannot take my property without due process.
148
this is
California State Penal Code.
And what is that? Am I under arrest? What is that?
Sir, this is now escalating to the next stage.
No, I'm not escalating. You're the one raising your voice. You're the one raising your voice.
Sir? All right, we're done.
I'm listening to you.
14L20, can I have a backup immediately? My
okay. I'm just exercising my rights. So am I under arrest again?
Sir?
I'm not under arrest, then I'm going to leave.
You refuse. I'm not gonna even delay if you refuse.
If I'm not under arrest, I'm going to drive away now.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will.
If you drive away,
he has nothing to say. He says he wants him backed up to where I cannot get out. So, there you go. There you have it. And for the record, I am not going to resist arrest. I am just maintaining my property. I'm keeping hold of my property, that which is mine.
Really? Is that urgent?
I guess so. So he listened to all of that case law, and he's still not letting me go. They actually backed their vehicle up onto mine, that way I cannot leave. And if they keep this up, I'm going to have to sue them. I don't want to have to do it. I just want to be able to operate and go about my business on a normal basis. And here they are attacking me and my vehicle, my effects. Seven cops out there. It's ridiculous. another vehicle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 police cars. This is absolutely insane. All this just for me holding my rights, maintaining my rights, appraising them of my rights.
9 cops now.
Look at that. He's bringing out some kind of beanbag gun. They've got all these cops, each of which has guns. Each of whom has a gun. Some guns bigger than others. Different types of guns. And there's, I don't know what they're doing, what their plan is, but again, I'm exercising my natural rights, which it was already stated in most of these vehicles or videos, which I'm going to upload to YouTube.
This looks like a bank robbery.
Right, it's like they're all staring at me as though I stole something.
Like,
This is obviously my vehicle.
got a perimeter set up.
Nobody's claiming that I stole the vehicle. I mean, I just don't understand what the problem is. I showed them the law. There's another officer over there moving around.
These cops are trained to go against the Constitution, basically.
Right. They're going against the case law that I already showed them.
Exactly. So they really think they're right. And this is what they were taught. And it's ridiculous. The other cop said he didn't care about what the Supreme Court had to say. Like that.
Making this into a whole big old ordeal. Whoa, 2 more cop cars coming around. Makes a total of what, 9?
Mm-hmm.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8 or 9? Oh wow, I didn't even see that one in front.
Well, then there's another one just coming up. This what, 10 or 11?
10, 11 cars for what? So that they can take my vehicle. Going against the Constitution, which I explained to them in the beginning about my 4th Amendment right, my 5th Amendment right. They cannot just come and snatch my vehicle up. They were standing in front of my vehicle, obviously, since I wasn't under arrest and I was free to go. They stood in front of my vehicle to prevent me from leaving.
And all you were doing is talking.
All I was doing was talking to them. I wasn't in an aggressive manner. I was just explaining to them my rights.
Not even raising your voice to a level which they might fear is threatening.
Right. It's because I'm black. That's why they're afraid. Because I'm black and I know my rights. That's the problem. Oh, these officers. Look to this side, see if anything's... They get all up and amped for this stuff.
How many cops is this? They all could be doing something else.
Right.
Like protecting and serving.
Like going and protecting, you know, really doing some real police work. I'm surprised when I whipped out my phone they didn't say he has a gun and start shooting, you know? Using the city's title, using the title of a cop in order to steal my property for taxation purposes. You know, I have a feeling we're going to end up in an appellate court fighting this thing. I'm going to be fighting this thing till the wheels fall off, that's for sure. Another vehicle, another police vehicle arriving on the scene. All this is going to do is make me go harder as far as my rights are concerned. I'll go harder learning more case law. I'm going to end up taking these guys to court, each and every single individual one. For abuse of power, operating under color of law, what they gonna do? Shoot me? I see you. Hiding out there in the bushes. In every way, maintaining my rights. As a sovereign individual, one of the people of the state of California, whose natural right is to travel and park upon the public roads and highways. This is my natural right, and where natural rights are concerned, there can be no rulemaking.